Hello everyone, thanks for tuning into today's second video, doing JMA Friday for today's second video. So, as was on Friday, we're having a look at the weather for the month ahead with Japanese and CFS V2 models, and I should get to that for you in a moment. Just say that first. The video today is our 6-7 UK weather forecast. Got 10 to 14 there on the way later on today as well, so please like, share and subscribe on all of today's videos and content. Thank you so much everybody for doing that. Should be live with Pub Run at 10:30. I have got quite a lot of work to do for the winter update though, in terms of sorting out the analogs. I haven't got any analogs created yet for the winter update. So I'll let everybody know about half 9 this evening if we're good to go for the pub run or not. So just watch your space and I'll let everybody know on the socials. Right, okay, so let's have a quick look at the JMA for week 1. From the Arctic and North Pole view down. So this is the North Pole just here. We've got the wider Arctic Circle around there, and I've got the latitudes through here, roughly. Though blue is extrapolated to below average heights, which is low pressure, yellow, orange, and red, to above average heights, which is high pressure. I say these are broken down to week periods. The first week period will take us from today, the 8th through to 15th of November. So the next week, we'll have high pressure in control in the ascendancy. It's going to be high and dry with a big area of high pressure dominating across much of Europe, actually, not just UK, but extending out across many parts of Europe there for week 1 to start us off. Week 2 is going to be the 15th to 22nd of November, still with high pressure in control. This time perhaps a little bit more centred towards the North Atlantic. So slight, subtle change in position, but high could allow something a little bit cooler to start coming in from like an east or northeasterly direction, and maybe a little bit brighter, a little bit clearer as well. But essentially, you know, just trying to find something to talk about really, because both weeks 1 and 2 are dominated by high pressure. And then weeks 3 and 4 will be the 22nd of November to the 6th of December. Then we start to see the high pressure beginning to move a little bit more to our south. So it doesn't really show low pressure, but there's probably going to be lower pressure in the Atlantic and beginning to start affecting the UK and Ireland. Will also be, if this comes off, very mild, with winds coming up from a southwesterly direction. So very mild, sort of late November into the beginning of December, but could be starting to get a little bit more changeable, perhaps. Well, let's have a look at the tropical and the latitude view to confirm all of that. So we can't see Greenland, Iceland, Scandinavia, all those areas are off the chart up here. But if I look at the Northern Hemisphere view and the North Pole view down, so we know roughly what's going on from a Northern Hemispheric perspective. We're in the top right-hand corner of the chart as you're looking at it. Reminder of a week 1, 500 millibar height anomaly from the 8th to 15th of November, with high pressure again right in over top of the country. So should be lots of dry and fine weather. It's a milder than average week to come as well. The next week around 1 to 2 degrees above normal, and under that ridge, of course, we see drier than average conditions. So the very dry November goes on. Week 2 is the 15th to 22nd of November, still with quite a strong anticyclonic signal, perhaps a little bit more centred towards the north of the UK and Ireland, but you know, still very anticyclonic. And as far as the temperature is concerned, again, it's largely above average by about 1 to 2 degrees in those yellow colours. Another mild week to come, and another drier than average week on the way as well. Be a very dry November by this point, of course. And then finally for the JMA, weeks 3 and 4 will be the 22nd of November to the 6th of December, with high pressure then through the western towards southwest Europe, perhaps bring up like a southwesterly, which should be mild, but perhaps some lower pressure beginning to start getting going in the Atlantic. The temperature anomaly still signaled to be above average in most yellow shaded colours, 1 to 2 degrees above normal again. And as far as precipitation goes, it's wetter than average to the north and west. Driving average still in the south and southeast. Might be like a transitional period, but starting still quite dry, and then gradually getting a little bit more unsettled, maybe by early December. That could be going on. So sorry everyone. Right, let's have a look at CFS, see how that compares. So again, these are 500 millibar height anomalies, and they're broken down into weekly periods. The first week period takes us from the 8th to 14th of November. The next week with high pressure over and to the north of the country. Around that, we bring the wind in, excuse me, from an easterly direction or a southerly southeasterly direction. So high and dry for week 1 there. Week 2. Good agreement again between the JMA and the CFS here. We got the 15th to 21st of November with high pressure again towards the east, but perhaps strengthening a bit up towards Greenland as well. So whilst overall we're still going to be quite bad with that, we're not all that far away actually from starting to bring in something a little bit cooler or colder from the north potentially there. Week 3 will be the 22nd, 28th of November. High pressure is then back towards the east of the country. Lower pressure starting to form around here, perhaps. No, that could be starting to see a bit of a pattern change, something slightly more changeable. And then by the time we get through to week 4, we have complete change of pattern, really. 29th of November to 5th of December. Low pressure is in off the Atlantic. High pressure has gone down towards Spain, and we're bringing in a westerly flow. That would be mild still, but obviously a lot more unsettled with spells of rain heading in from off the Atlantic. So week 1 temperature anomaly, 8th to 14th of November is above average, and week 2 temperature anomaly, 15th, 21st of November is also above average, but a little bit less so, just slightly above average. So a bit cooler for week 2. Week 3, though, it's warmer again. It's the 22nd, 28th of November. Again, in those orange shady colours, 1 to 2 degrees above average. And week 4 rounds it all off. It's also significantly above average for temperature, 29th of November to the 5th of December. Getting those red colours. And lastly, precipitation-wise, it's the 8th to 14th November, drier than average for not just UK and Ireland, but for the vast majority of Europe, actually. Dry conditions extending all the way from Russia right way to the Atlantic there. Week 2 is the 15th, 21st of November. So still a little bit dry down to the north, slightly wetter down to the south. That's nearer normal for precipitation in that week. And then week 3, it's the 22nd, 28th November, starting to go a bit wetter than average. And week 4, it's the 29th of November, 5th of December. That one is also starting to look rather unsettled. So there is a significant change taking place here with JMA Friday. And it's happening towards the sort of last week or so of November, and then carrying us through into December on a much more unsettled note. But we've got a couple more weeks of mainly dry conditions to go if we believe JMA Friday, the change, something more unsettled, doesn't happen really until like the last week or possibly 10 days, but certainly the last week of November. That's quite a way off, of course, so we'll wait and see how it all plays out. Remember, this is just a snapshot of what the two models are showing, so they could look different when we look at them again with JMA Friday for next week. And you're going to find out tomorrow at 10 a.m. whether the ECM WF42 day forecast model is in agreement with all of this or not. So that video will be released at 10 a.m. tomorrow. I'm going to be back shortly. You can take the 14 days, so come back for that in a bit. For JMA Friday for this week, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.